Life was peaceful in the Our Life community until one day, the whiplash of concerning art had arisen. On September 15th, 2025, Song Season, who has long since privated their Twitter account, had posted their fan art of the Our Life character Chu Lin. In the post it states, "I drew Chu too."
Huh?
For fans of Our Life, this fan art was a bomb just waiting to explode. To catch up those of you who may not know what Our Life is a visual novel series of 2 games where you, the player, get to grow up alongside your neighbor or neighbors and determine what your relationship with them and others are as you get older. Julin is one of the main love interests from the second game, Now and Forever. Putting the 2 images side by side, a person can see how the fan art doesn't match the actual skin tone of the character, and thus ending up whitewashing them. One could argue it wasn't intentional, but this wasn't the first time whitewashing of Chu was brought up. In this Tumblr ask, an Anon had brought up what they've been seeing, and surprise, this post was dated back in February of 2024. So while this technically isn't new news of Chu's whitewashing, the boiling pot had finally bubbled over. The Tumblr post in question says, "Hello, I've noticed a racism problem within the Our Life fandom, particularly Our Life Now and Forever. I won't name names, but there is an overabundance of fan art where the artist has heavily whitewashed Chu. It's pretty upsetting to see them overwrite Chu's identity as a person of color. Given that you are the game dev, I was hoping to see you speak out about this problem and condemn the act of whitewashing your characters. Thanks." And underneath is GB Patch's response, saying, "I'm sorry that this is happening. There's no reason for it, and I don't agree with anyone who has chosen to do it. To try and be helpful, here are the base skin tone colors for the Our Life love interests besides Tamarack and Baxter who don't have this problem. I could do this for every character in all our games, but if people are getting the hair and eyes and clothes right, they shouldn't need to be told what the skin tones are. Popular white guys can be drawn thousands of times, and it's always the exact right shade of pale somehow, isn't it? If people are thinking white is neutral, it can just stay as is, but once a character has a darker skin tone, then it's fair game to start making tweaks to their color palette so you can get creative or have dramatic lighting, or to bluntly have it be more to your preference in appearance or whatever. My answer is no. That's not for you to decide, and it's not harmless. Don't whitewash our or any characters." GB Patch had gone out of their way to give artists the hex codes, and things still ended up this way. Makes one think, doesn't it? To explain to those who may not know what exactly whitewashing is, one of the official definitions from Merriam-Webster is to alter, in parentheses something, in a way that favors, features, or caters to white people. Whitewashing fictional characters is nothing new. It's happening somewhere in the world as we speak. The only difference is that not all of them gain as much attention as they should. Here on the screen you can now see some examples of whitewashing that may ring familiar to a lot of you, or maybe even open your eyes to what can be considered whitewashing. To many, this entire ordeal may seem like it's just super fans getting upset over an artist's depiction of a character, but it's deeper than that. As you saw with the other examples, whitewashing is also erasure of who the character is. Especially in a community like Our Life, where representation is at its core. It's no surprise that many would take issue with Chu's depiction in the artist's fan art. Even the creator GB Patch themselves stated they did not want artists to do it, briefly looping back to the 2024 Tumblr post. While Chu's whitewashing may have been the catalyst, other characters in the Our Life universe like Derek and Tamarack have also been subjected to their own issues. As you can see in these Twitter posts, one from Annie says, "Every time an artist whitewashes Chu or Derek, an angel loses its wings. Why do I see it so often? Please, y'all, be better." Citrus in KD says, "Me when they make Tamarack skinnier. It's a chubby woman. Where's her fat?" Unfortunately, it's so common to whitewash Chu. I don't know why people do it. They're so beautiful already. Misty's Corner says, "I remember when GB Patch on Tumblr literally gave out the hex codes for Chu, Derek, and Cove's skin tones, and some anon went on about blackwashing, as if giving pale characters melanin isn't the coolest and hottest thing in the world." To give some context regarding Misty's Corner's post, literally the next day after GB Patch had posted about the hex codes, they had received an anon ask on Tumblr where, to sum it up, the anon was asking GB Patch to have the same energy towards blackwashing that they did regarding the whitewash. I won't go too deep into it because blackwashing is a whole different topic in of itself, but feel free to pause the video here if you want to read the post I have up. I won't say too much more on this whitewashing topic as it's quite a sensitive and explosive one. I personally see no reason to lighten a character's official skin tone just because you personally don't like it for whatever reason you may have. You are free to not engage with the media that contains that which you do not like, and put that energy and effort into something you do, in creating positive content. I'll end off this video by reading a post made by Bun on Twitter, who put one of my points much more eloquently than I could. Whitewashing in fan art is often dismissed as a harmless stylistic choice, but in reality, it can contribute to the erasure of key aspects of a character's identity. Skin tone, hair texture, and facial features are not just aesthetic details. They carry deep cultural, historical, and personal significance. When these features are lightened or altered to align more closely with Eurocentric standards, even unintentionally, it reinforces a broader, harmful pattern, one where characters of color are only deemed acceptable or beautiful when made to look more white. This issue isn't about attacking artists or being morally superior. It's not about ego or canceling anyone. Rather, it's a call for awareness and care. When people speak up, often with a simple comment like, "Their skin is darker," or "Their hair is curlier," they are not being aggressive or unreasonable. They are asking for basic respect and accurate representation. Even the original creators of these characters have publicly spoken against whitewashing and asked that their characters be portrayed as they are. Dismissing these concerns as oversensitivity ignores not only the voices of the fans who care deeply about representation, but also those of the creators themselves. Representation matters. For many fans, especially those from marginalized backgrounds, accurate depictions of characters who look like them are incredibly meaningful. When those depictions are distorted, it sends a message, whether intended or not, that their features, their cultures, and their stories are less valued. This is not about perfection. It's about being open to learning and doing better. We all shape the creative spaces we're a part of, and we all have the opportunity to make those spaces more inclusive and respectful. That begins with listening, reflecting, and choosing care over defensiveness. If we love these characters, we should honor them fully, not by erasing what makes them unique, but by embracing it. And I agree.